Hello, this is Catherine, otherwise known as Kerr Avenson, and I want to make a nebula. This is stage one of making a nebula. I have black cardstock here so that I can save time and not have to paint something black. And I have a brush that I hope I can use as a spatter brush. So here's some white, it's not mixed with anything. Not doing that well, are we? No, I don't like this at all. I think I'll have to mix it with water. Right. Okay. Well, I'm getting splats of stuff. Fine. Rather big splats. I wanted small splats. Well, there's some small splats there too. Okay. And number two, because if I make one, I want to make two. Oh, that's better. Nice little splats. Little stars. I probably wouldn't do it this way if I wasn't wearing gloves. I think I'll bring the other one back. Even though it's got big splats, ooh, horribly big splats, I'll give it some little ones. Yeah, this is not too bad as a splat brush because it is nice and springy. So I'm going to have to leave those to dry. So that is all for part one of making a nebula. Through the magic of video time travel, the galaxy nebula background is dry. So the plan is to use a mix of and I have mixed up iridescent versions of some of these. I've got I used Galeria Iridescent Medium, which is very thick. I mean, you look at it and it's just a big glug. So what I did was mix up the paint 50-50 with the medium, and then add water, and then add the pouring medium, because the thing was just so thick. And I have also some iridescent white. I think, no, that one's the iridescent white. And others are like in bottles. Basically, I made up more than would fit into the bottles. And here's some silver, which is made up with not the Jo Sonja Flow Medium, because I have run out. So I'm using this, which I had. And the interesting thing about this one is that it is thinner than the Jo Sonja Flow Medium, which means I basically didn't have to add any water to this. Now the other part of my cunning plan is this is the very last of the Flow Medium, and I'm going to use this as a transparent paint so that you can see the stars behind it. I have to credit Deliberately Creative for that idea. I will hopefully be able to track down the video in which I saw it and point you towards it in the more information box. So, all that being said, I'm just going to squirt stuff or pour stuff. Okay, it's interesting, the cardboard seems to be warping, which is interesting because I thought it would be heavy enough that it wouldn't. Right, so this one goes away. The second one, I am going to do a flip cup for this with a bigger cup. And I have a thought. Yeah. I'm going to put the medium just on here as sort of, I mean, not negative space per se, but you know, a what is it that they say, you know, something you put down to make the paint slide more, and that's the last of it. And I'm going to torch it and then tilt it so that it's going over most of the nebula. Okay, now since I already did that, that means that I can't do a flip cut like the normal way. Oh, I'm getting purple paint on the bottom of this is getting on my hands. So I'm going to do the daring flip it in your hand thing, which I've never done before. Oh, I survived! Right. And right. So let's drip, drip, drip to the side because I don't want to waste paint. And there's still paint in the cup, so I'm going to just drip it. That looked like there was a lump coming out. That's probably the iridescent medium. Okay, put that aside, and it's already gone that way. So we'll go this way and do a palette knife thing on the corners instead of spilling everything off. And right. Okay. And hey, ultramarine blue bottle, you've fallen over. What did you have to do that for? Yeah. The cardboard is buckling. So I may have to do that. Now that's that lump. Oh, it's definitely a lumpy lump. Wasn't expecting it to be quite so lumpy. You know, that I could pick it up with a palette knife. So there's some air bubbles there, so I shall attack them with the butane torch. I think there is more lumpiness where the lump was. And some interesting microcrystals there. And I want some transparent bits, and there's really none of this left, I think. Oh, teeny tiny bit. Yeah. Going air bubble, air bubble. Ooh, even more air bubbles. There's still little bits coming out. I like how it feathers. I suppose it's feathering because it has no pigment in it at all, so it's probably very not dense compared to the paints. Come on, come on. Okay. And then I'm going to splush some of this. Splush. This is the Atelier. It may react differently. Now I've got to get those air bubbles out. No, it's nicely feathering. The Atelier one is. I need to get some of this off. Because it is very thickly on. But note that this stuff is not moving because the cardboard has buckled. And okay, that's very purpley. I wonder why. So I can't leave it alone. Yes, I removed the stop sign. Durr. Because I want more transparent bits. So I'm going to go vroom and vroom and vroom and vroom. And promising. I really like how it's feathering. So I think I will leave it at that. There's enough there for a dip. Okay, now it's gone over the side. And I am not going to move all of it, or some of it, there, and this bit, but the rest I am going to put some good old titanium white that's got lots of paint marks. Okay, so here we go. Okay. And push that over there so it's all, and failed to lift because I dropped it. Okay, that is nice, and it's dripping on me. Which means it's dripping into the runoff. Okay, bubble popping time. Microcell time. Okay. still got a bit of emptiness up there. So plop some paint there and plop another bit of paint there, and just let it flow. And get paint on my trousers. Right. Okay. So that's that. And I don't know if you're in focus or not, but there it is. All right, here we go. And this time I'm not going to worry as much about the edges, because I can go like this and accidentally splosh paint over the whole thing, but yeah, why not? That's just art. Definitely drippy. And pounce on bubbles. Make possible little microcells, but not really likely. Because we have, well, we have some, and they're pouring off the edge. I like diagonals. So I shall continue to allow it to pour off the edge. Okay, there we have it, with some nice little tiny cells and a bit of transparent boop, which I'm now moving, and we put this away.